and then of course there's the making good here. So that's what's going there. Now we've been touching lately on what's been happening with our channel, which is now surprising people, because it's making what I would call a recovery from being in the doldrums during the pandemic, which most of you will know my views on that. And because of my views on that, we've been ghosted. And everything has been very, very quiet. Now that people are, for some reason, we are actually being seen again. And if you look you can look in the comments yourself and find out that what I'm saying is actually true. That people have actually been stopped from coming and seeing our channel. In fact, one subscriber has just come back and said, actually I was a subscriber from some time ago, but your channel disappeared and I didn't see it for a couple of years. So he didn't see it for years, and then suddenly it popped up on his screen. Now, why is that? Well, when he finally decided that he was going to stop in and have a look, he typed in the name, and it turned out that YouTube had actually unsubscribed him. Now, if that's one person, it's never about one person. That will have happened to several, a lot. But now, because people, and I thank you very much for doing this, if you have been the one of the subs who have been sharing our videos, it helps much more than you know. Because when the algorithm, that great God algorithm, when it's seen that we are being shared, then there is something in the app there that means that they're going to follow a particular routine or procedure and start to make our channel visible, much more visible. Now, I had my opinions back then about what was happening. If you were receiving needle pricks in the arm, and I didn't agree with that, and I said so, and that was against the narrative. So, therefore, because it's against the narrative and I've been a naughty boy, I get my hand slapped. And that's what happens. And in any other language, it's called censorship. But that's what happens. So, our views are climbing. We were stuck at 262,000 for the longest time, and people were going in the comments and saying were actually suspicious of us saying that we had 262,000 subscribers, and didn't agree with that, and said it seems strange to me, the math doesn't quite work out, that you have 260, you have so many subscribers, and yet your views don't make sense. No, and as I often said, they didn't make sense to us either. And then someone had just woken up in his mum's basement would say, well, that's because they bought a load of subscribers. Not quite sure how you buy subscribers, but apparently it's something that people do. But subscribers are actually no use to you unless they actually watch what you do and value what you provide as entertainment. So we're very happy that things are improving now, and we're able to deal perhaps covertly. In other words, not out in the open. We still can't speak out in the open. You know, for a long time, it would get my particular videos in which I kind of, I guess, a talking head video where I would talk about what was interesting me at the time. You couldn't say certain words that begin with CO and end with vid. You couldn't say those words. I made a video in which I talked, strangely enough, I talked about something that was separate from what was predominantly in the narrative. In other words, about being locked up in your own house and stuff like that. And I made a video, and unfortunately I put in the title that it was about AI. And I said, everything is not how it seems. They deleted the video. Now it does say that you can go and you can do something about it. You can complain. Oh boy, it really does remind me. It reminds me of the journalist that went to Israel, and he went to the talking wall where the Jews go to pray. The Orthodox Jews go to pray, and they pray with their face to this ancient wall. And they spoke to one of the guys in prayer and asked him how it felt, and he said, sometimes it's a bit like talking to the wall. Yes, I'm imagining that there was a lot of people laughing at that, but that's what making a complaint was like. You know, you can make a legitimate complaint to YouTube, is what we found. And the rep that you speak to, so finally, I'm assuming a great cross over the divide here between the customer or the creator, as we're called, and the rep that you speak to. And once you get through and actually speak to someone or something with a pulse, they actually tell you, well, I don't know why that's happening. For something like 2 years, they stopped us receiving comments. Comments can be the lifeblood of the channel. They're very important to me right now. I enjoy the exchange. For those of you who have actually made an effort to communicate to me will know that I treat it very seriously, and I give it my attention and my thought, and I communicate in return. So we were then accused of stopping the comments ourselves. That's when we were doing our mission work, where we were helping people as much as we could. We had good funding, so we were able to actually help people. There is a thing about helping that is it's a kind of a poison for some people. They take it as being a rebuke in a way, as being scolded, as being made guilty for the fact that they may, on their own admittance, not be helping anybody at all. And so they will come and they'll make a point of making trouble for you, to the extent that the really chronic ones will actually try to destroy you. And for all of you old-timers who were with us when they were trying to take us down, you will know what they went, what the extent to which they went to try to stop us doing what we were doing, which was helping Filipinos who were at the bottom of the ladder, at the bottom of the rung of this particular society, and living almost without hope, and we were able to go in and help them. But for those of evil intent, this is no good, and it really makes them feel bad, and they feel motivated to work against you and to bring you down. Well, we're still here because what we do is important to us as well. So we survived the storm, and now, thanks to the efforts in many ways of our subscribers, of you guys who have liked, commented and subscribed, resubscribed, at the moment we are receiving something like 2,500 new subscribers. Now, I don't know how they calculate that. I think that's a month, and our views are getting healthier and healthier, and we're very happy, and it means a great deal to us because we haven't given up the idea that at some point or other we may be able to renew our efforts in helping those who really need it. That was where our life really had a lot of meaning for us, and we thrived on it. So please continue, and thank you for those who have been doing sharing. It doesn't cost you anything to share. It doesn't cost you anything, and it means a huge amount to us, and it's a great help to us. So even for those who we had one subscriber who has returned, and he said that the reason that he stopped was getting I can't remember exactly what his complaint was, but in effect he was saying we were posting too many videos. Well, I have to plead guilty to that one and say that yes, we did post an enormous number of videos, but you know what? A huge amount of things were happening to us in those days, and it doesn't surprise me that we did post a great number. In fact, I remember that the record number of videos that we posted in one day was at one time, believe it or not, it was 18. We actually made and posted 18 videos. So, okay, well, there we are. I've finished my little walkthrough and my little meander, and the lightning is starting. So I'll be on my way, and wish you a very good evening from here.